of summer, depending on when you're watching this. Welcome to our humble Stratified garage. And here we have our good friends from AJ Racing and their very well set up GR Corolla on the lift. Now, they are here for additional tuning. They've thrown some more parts on the car, and one of those parts that we're throwing on, and the reason why you see this on the lift, is something that we're super excited to bring to the market. It's been available for a little bit, and it is all laid out here on this workbench. So what you're looking at is the plug and play FlexFuel kit for your GR Corolla and your GR Yaris. Now, it looks simple, and simplicity is beautiful because that means that you're not gonna have a whole lot of extra things as part of the install inside your engine bay. This is meant to be beautifully clean. It sends the ethanol content amount, which is measured by this FlexFuel sensor, which you're gonna see how it sits beautifully in the engine bay. It gets sent over to CAN bus. So we have a very specific harness that we've developed here to send that information over to CAN bus using a Zatronics ECA2, which it actually takes the ethanol sensor content, that is the raw content from the sensor, it processes that and sends it over to CAN bus. We also have custom fittings here that we've put together to make this as plug and play and as seamlessly installed in your GR vehicle as possible. Tuning is done via EcuTek software, which we've already tuned this car, so it's already got the software and the license on there. We're more than happy to tune your vehicle as well with FlexFuel. So instead of now having multiple maps that they had to switch in and out of for specific ethanol content, this kit will continuously feed that ethanol content information to the stock ECU of the vehicle, and it will adjust the fueling, it will adjust the timing, it will adjust the boost levels to match how much ethanol is being measured. So that's the beauty of FlexFuel. The injectors are a little bit on the small side to handle a fully 85 on the GR, especially if you have a lot of flow mods, especially if you have a bigger turbo. But injectors are readily available, and we will have these on our website as well to upgrade, because this car is a dual fuel. It's got port and direct injection. So we have a lot of experience with that, and the port injectors are what you want to be upgrading. So without much further ado, I got rushed to that technical bit a little bit, but that's just because I'm so excited to have such a clean, simple kit drop into the car and give us the holy grail of flexibility in terms of fueling and adding power on the GR. So let's get this kit in. Then we're gonna put this car on the dyno. We're gonna show you what it does, and hopefully you guys will enjoy that and will be impressed enough to also want FlexFuel in your GR.
Now, while you sit back, relax, and enjoy a little bit of music and a little bit of install. So what you'll see here is that the FlexFuel kit is really a cinch to install, and this video will mostly walk you through it. You're gonna have to undo the wiring harness covers. You're going to have to install the sensor, and you're going to have to run a couple of wires into the cabin of the car. All very, very straightforward. All very, very DIY at home in your own time, enjoying, perhaps taking a small break for a beer. So sit back and enjoy some music and install.
All right, welcome to the inside of the FlexFueled GR Corolla from AJ Racing. Thanks Ben and the AJ Racing team for bringing this car over here. It is a car that we've tuned before. We've tuned it on ethanol, and now he's brought it back because FlexFuel is just the way to go if you're gonna use ethanol fueling. Now, first of all, let's talk about the results. So it's very hot, it's summertime, and you know, everything's a little bit more heat soaked. On top of that, this car is used for the track, so we have to be a little bit more conservative in terms of the tuning, just so we leave some headroom for track use. And also the tires are sticky and that robs it of some power. Regardless, here is the power output comparing pump gas, which is the faint line, and FlexFuel. In this case, we have E38. And you can see that just like we'd be comparing a tune that's specifically made for like E30 or E40 and a pump gas tune, the gains are all there. And they're done through timing, they're done through boost adjustments, and they're done through air-fuel ratio adjustments. And the beautiful thing about FlexFuel, just to reiterate this, is that there is now a sensor in the engine bay with our FlexFuel kit that feeds this information directly to the ECU. So if your car is tuned for pump gas and then we tune your car for E50 or even E85, then the ECU will automatically make the tuning adjustments to add power or take away power depending on how much ethanol you have in your tank as you drive, as you pump different mixes in the tank. So it's kind of set it and forget it. No more map slot switching, no more reflashing of different maps for different blends. You have it all done automatically. Now let's answer some other questions. First of all, how much ethanol can you run on a stock turbo? E50 will be comfortable to run with the stock hardware system. E85 in cold climates, full E85, maybe is going to be pushing the limit of the stock fuel system, especially on a fully bolted kind of, you know, well-flowing car. So we are going to have upgrades in place to bring the fuel system up from where it is in the stock configuration if you need something for bigger turbo or just want to run a lot of ethanol. But based on the data that we've been collecting, you know, E30, 40, absolutely no problem. E50 doesn't look like there's going to be an issue, and we can definitely tune your cars for that. The other question that is being asked is this all easy to install? Yes, it is. You've seen us do it with our kit. Now, on the tuning side, the other question we get a lot is, can I just plug the FlexFuel kit in and it'll automatically work? The answer is no. You need your tune to be specifically set up for FlexFuel. So that, your tune here is, we brought up the EcuTek window, this is all tuned via EcuTek. You can see the FlexFuel ethanol content that is being read from the vehicle. We need to set that up specifically so the ECU knows to read that content, and we need to set up the maps specifically so they take advantage of this ethanol content. So, to recap, FlexFuel, yes, it is awesome. Yes, the power gains are there, just like you would be in the past, flashing maps. The ease of use and the no kind of questions asked, whether how much you've mixed, have you mixed correctly, any of that, that is all out of the equation with FlexFuel, and that's why it's such an awesome mod to have on your car if you have ethanol, you know, locally. On top of that, for absolutely zero hardware changes, we're picking up 40 plus wheel horsepower with a very nice smooth power curve. So, I mean, there's not much else out there that's going to give you a better bang for your buck in terms of performance other than going with Flex and getting your tune for that. So this is what we offer. We offer both the kits on our website and the tuning on our website, and we are the first in the world to offer this for the GR Corolla and the GR Yaris, both on the hardware end and on the software end, to offer the support for tuning. So do you have any questions? please get in touch with us. We'll be more than happy to answer those. And now all that's left to do is to just hop on the road with this car and go for a little spin and show you guys just how enjoyable it is to drive with Flex. Okay. Let's go for a little drive in the newly flexed GR from our friends at AJ. They've done a super job in setting up this car. It is fast on track, and it's actually slated to go global time attack time trials in just a week from now. So we managed to get the tuning done on Flex just in the nick of time here. And we'll show you guys kind of what it looks like. Now keep in mind, this is fully bolted. This is still using the stock turbocharger. They have their own coilover and suspension setup. They have endless calipers, even bigger brakes than stock out front. So everything's really nice and tight. They're a shop that works with these cars a lot, and it shows. And already I can, this little 3-cylinder, you know, it's such a spunky little motor, and it's just so willing to rev out, especially when you give it some ethanol. That's the, oh yeah, especially when you give it some corn juice. It comes alive. And that 40 horsepower that you gain from the ethanol, from the FlexFuel tune, is definitely felt across the entire power band. Something that whether you track the car or you just enjoy it on the street, you can feel it all the time. Look at that. Ooh, and it pulls to red line. Feels great. Brakes are so strong. Great job, AJ, on setting this car up. So it rotates nicely. Yeah, beauty. Another question that we get asked is that do you have to come to our shop and put the car in the dyno to get flexed, to get tuned? And the answer is no. We have our own development GR. We have a lot of development hours with tuning these cars and with parts, so that if you are not local to us, we can certainly ship you our FlexFuel kit. It's very simple to install in your home garage. We can also remote tune your car. So the beauty with EcuTek and the phone, the ECU Connect app, you can flash maps onto the car, you can take data logs, and you can send all those back to us for review, for update, whether you're changing parts, whether you're fuel changes, adding flex, etc. So yeah, we got you covered here, anywhere in the world, and we're just making these cars hopefully more enjoyable for you guys to drive and to build upon, to tune, and to enjoy. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Hope it was informative. Until next time. Cheers.